My name is Mackenzie Wilson and I'm with SingleKey. In this video, we'll show you how to use our new eLeasing tool. So once you log into your SingleKey account, go to the top, you'll see a new entry showing eLeasing. Click on that. Here, you'll see a dashboard showing any leases that you've got in progress for digital signing, which we'll call eLeasing. In this example, we're going to go with a brand new lease. So we'll click on New eLease. In the first step here, we're going to go through and add the tenant's information. eLeasing is just available in the province of Ontario at this time. However, we'll be releasing more provinces as we improve the tool. First, you can preview the lease by clicking Preview. And here we see the Ontario standard release. Okay, let's go back to the previous screen. In the next section, we're going to select the tenant or tenants that will be signing the lease. If you've already screened the tenant through SingleKey, they'll show up here. Or if this is a tenant that you already have in place and you're renewing a lease that's outside of SingleKey, you can click on the very bottom here that says Add New Tenant. We'll do that. Here, enter your tenant's contact information. Only the first, last name, and email are required, and click Add. If you have more than one tenant sign the lease, click Add Another Tenant. Here we'll add Jane as well. In this next field, we talk about tenant insurance. A best practice is requiring your tenants to have tenant insurance covering you from a liability should they have an insurable claim and protects your insurance premiums from going up. I highly recommend keeping this turned on. Next, we'll select the rental unit. You can select an existing unit or add a new one. The rental unit consists of the address, the rent amount, and the start date. If you're filling out this lease on behalf of a third party or the landlord, you can change who will be signing the lease by clicking the Edit button here. In this case, we're going to keep this as is because Bruce will be signing the lease. Let's click Continue. We'll just confirm we've got the information correctly. Here are the parties signing the lease, the tenants on the top and the landlord on the bottom. Now we provide you two ways to add additional terms to the Ontario standard lease. You can either use our recommended list of pre-built lease terms if you don't have any yourself on the left. You can pick and choose which terms of our recommended list that you want to include. You can add your own. If you make a mistake, you can click Reset All. And you can unhighlight and remove terms you don't want. We go back. We could also upload your own lease terms by just selecting the file. Please make sure your additional terms are either in a Word doc or PDF file, no more than 10 megabytes in size. In this example, we'll just go through and use the recommended lease terms. Add all selected lease terms. Okay, on the final step here, we're just going to quickly review the lease before we send it off for sign by the tenant. One thing to note, there is a 5-day deadline for the tenant to complete the lease. Okay, let's click on Get Started to finish the review. Okay, you can see that there's 24 required fields to be completed. You can go through them one by clicking Next. These fields are standard to the lease, so fill them out for your particular situation. If you're having an issue with a particular field, you can click on Next to jump quickly to that field. In this case, I haven't selected the term. Once everything is green, you're good to go. Click on Continue. Okay, here's the final step. Now everything's been completed, you're ready to send the lease off to the tenant for signing. If you like, you can review any changes you've made to ensure they're correct in the window below. Once you're done, click on I agree. Great, now you're done and the lease is out for signing. The tenants will be asked to sign the lease first, and then you'll receive it last as the landlord for the final signature. Watch your inbox for the incoming emails to get your digital signature.